Welcome to First Things First. I'm Maddie Mills. My pronouns are he and him.
I'm Brooke Blurton and my pronouns are she and her.
And before we get started, we'd like to acknowledge the custodians of the land on which we record. And today, that's the Gadigal People of the Eora Nation.
And for me, it's the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. Let's
get into it. Okay.
So I started this thing recently because I thought it takes me about 5 minutes, right, to get my car out of my garage.
I know. I've done it.
The car lift, right. And it's so funny because people think it's so unhinged. So I was like, well, this is a perfect time to tell people about my unhinged stories doing in my car lift.
Yeah, it does take about 5 minutes.
It does, yeah. So I started that today. I'm going to, gather up some stories because fuck, do I have some stories. And I'm just going to occasionally post one of them to my car lift thoughts.
I love this.
And it had me thinking, like, how fucking funny is when people actually relate to your stories or they have had the same thing happen to you. Mm-hmm. It blows my mind that people out here doing these unhinged shit.
What made you, I mean, you've obviously had a bit of experience with dating. Do they mostly come from dating?
Dating, I guess, I also, maybe when I was younger, I had unhinged things. Like once I was walking home from my job, I was working at Target.
Yeah.
And I just bought my lay-by. You know how you'd lay-by things and you'd spend every week, paying it off?
Yeah.
And I was so excited about all these, had this, fur jacket, this coat, this skirt, all these clothes, right? Because I really love clothes.
This luxury.
I know. But, this is why I was very interested in fashion. I love clothes. If you've been to my house, you'll know every wardrobe is full.
Yeah.
Even the spare room and the office. But, yeah, and I got mobbed by 3 girls. So they followed me home.
You told me this story.
I know. They ripped my hair.
You know where you told me
back.
this?
Where?
In LA.
Yes.
I just had flashback to walking down the street in LA, you telling me this story.
Memories.
What a moment. Okay.
Yeah, memories.
Tell me again.
Well, then, yeah. They ripped me. Basically, I got on the bus because it was the last the last bus, which is 9:30 on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
God, who was letting a 15-year-old, anyways, another story, catch the bus, and I had these girls jump on the bus, and they were real rats. Look, hood rats,
Hood rats,
real
okay.
hood rat. And I'm like, no hate, but you can tell. And they were yelling out to people and being really rude and swearing and smoking. And I was a little bit scared, actually, if I'm being honest. I remember that little scared person I was. And I was like, just put your head down, put your headphones in. That's when you had cord headphones and an MP3.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was like, fuck, this what are they going to do? Anyways, I didn't realise. So I got off the bus and they ended up getting off at the same stop as me.
Okay.
And I fucking freaked out. I was like, oh my God, I'm something's going to happen here. And I just started swiftly walking away. Then all of a sudden, I got my hair ripped. I dropped my bag, my shoulder bag as well. Everything sort of fell on the floor. I started getting kicked into, punched. They were saying horrible things to me, and then ended up basically taking my lay-by bag and my bag, actually. Luckily, I had my phone in my pocket.
So you got beaten and robbed?
Pretty much. My first time ever being mugged.
Oh, my life.
When I was 15. But that's fucking unhinged, right?
Unhinged, yeah.
100%.
Brutal, vicious, aggressive.
I literally got home. I walked through the door. My stepmom was there, and I was just like, I got mobbed.
And you know what?
Just crying.
You fucking spent weeks and weeks saving up for that lay-by.
Fucking lay-by.
The day you get it out, you get mobbed. What the
Yeah.
fuck? What did the universe have in store for you that day?
What are the chances? I know.
That's disgusting.
So yeah. Anyway, so I've got a few unhinged stories up my sleeve, but I also have a few that people have been willing to share with us.
Ooh, I love this. Okay, spill the tea. What things have happened in people's lives that are juicy?
Well, this one's a dating one, which I think is fucking funny.
Okay.
Well, it's just classic, fucking relevant and so relatable.
Okay.
Okay, so she says, there's a girl, it's coming from a girl, and it's her, basically, she says, my boyfriend and I have been dating for 2 years. That's a long time, sis. And we've been living together for the past 8 months. Okay. He used to clean up after himself around the house, but about 4 months ago, he just stopped.
Oh.
Is he paying rent?
Yeah. Like, what happened?
Okay.
Yeah.
So the mess that he's as follows is wet food in the sink from not cleaning his plate, dirty dishes piled up. Nah, fucking kick him out. I'm done already.
Okay, get to the end of it. We need to give this fella a fair shot. Okay.
Garbage everywhere or never taken out. Oh, that's my pet hate. Doesn't wash his own clothes. Gets takeout with me whenever he works from home and just leaves the rubbish in his office.
Slob.
So I stopped doing things for him as I was feeling a little bit like there was an imbalance with chores. And now he's refusing to do anything. I told him to clean up this weekend or I'm breaking up with him and moving out.
Oh, okay. So she's given him the ultimatum.
Yeah.
Okay,
I did not see that. I thought she was going to sound like she'd give him...
Well...
There's too many things. There's too many. Wet food in the sink. Nah.
Yep.
Dirty dishes. Nah. Garbage everywhere. Nah.
Okay. Well, let me tell you something. For the first 8 months... Oh, what did she say? So we've been living together for the past 8 months. He used to clean up after himself, but about 4 months ago he stopped. So he sort of showed a side to him for the first 4 months that was probably a little bit of a facade. That's not really who he is. That's not really his values or his morals or the way that he handles his life. It was just to impress her. Once he started to see that she would probably clean up after him, he's gone, okay, I'm going to take her for a ride. I'm going to be like I would if I was living by myself, and let's see if she, cleans up after me and does the chores. I can feel my blood boiling.
I can feel my blood boiling because you know what? There's this whole mentality thing, and women need to stop doing it. Like all my sisters need to stop doing this.
Yeah.
It's the thing of, I'll just do it then. Yeah. I hate that. Stop doing it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
And it's obviously very appropriate to anyone who is maybe the more, I guess, motivated or use their initiative the most. Yeah. But it fucking infuriates me because pretty much our mums have taught that from a young age too. Pretty much with young boys, but I guess just in families, in homes as well. It's like, pick up after yourself. And if they don't, fuck it, I'll just do it myself.
I think
Stop doing it.
Yeah, I think that this scenario, you have to look at what you want to accept in life. Like, for instance, this fella obviously is a dirty person. He doesn't like to clean up after himself. He doesn't really care about the cleanliness of the house. He's lazy. They're character traits. Yes. So it's like you need to look at him for what he's showing you, not his words, but his actions. Is this the type of person that you want to have a kid with? Is he going to lift his fair weight in a relationship? Probably not. I don't think that it should be a case of I'm going to break up with you if you don't clean. It should be having a conversation when you start to notice things. Don't let it get to this point where you're feeling like, okay, I'm going to break up with you if you don't pick up your slack. It's like you need to have a conversation, see if those conversations shift the dial. If it doesn't, then you've got things to base your breakup on, not just one conversation. So I think she's left it too long. She's giving him an ultimatum. She should have done something in the beginning, but I think she should look at him and see this as a reflection of who he is. And if that's not the type of person she wants to be with, ta-ta, see ya, uncle.
Well, exactly.
Bye.
See ya. But then if he doesn't do it, like she should be saying like, okay, well, that's it. But then he should be saying, oh, well, if I want to be with her, I'm going to change. Like, I'm going to...
Absolutely. You have to give someone the chance to show you that they respect you enough to want to
only benefit
change.
of doubt that I'm going to give you.
But what I will say is that if this person does this in their day-to-day life, it is probably a behaviour that's been learnt over a long period of time, and it's going to take a little while for him to change. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. So I feel like he probably... If he loves her and he wants to show her respect, and he doesn't even respect himself, so I don't know how he can show her respect. But if
sounds like
he
can't even wash his own clothes, brother. You stink.
Like,
Brother,
he sounds like, you know what?
What's that, brother?
He sounds like a lazy person who needs a hobby and needs some stimulation in life. It sounds like he's almost depressed.
Okay, on that, because I live by myself and I have lived by myself for a while.
Yeah.
When I'm busy and I'm a little bit maybe overwhelmed,
Yeah.
I might do these things, not to that extent, like
Yeah.
absolutely not to that extent, but I might, like last night I had soup for dinner and my dishwasher it was washed and I just needed to unstack it.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to leave my plate in the sink and I'll unstack the disher in the morning and then I'll restock
totally.
it. But things like that, right? But I live by myself, so I have nothing to prove. But in saying that, if someone else, and I had to be courteous to someone else in the house, I would unstuck that dishwasher and I would put that dish back in the dishwasher. But I have no one to account for. Like, I have no one to, respect, because it's my space. I'm respecting myself, of course.
But also,
you
look at your behaviour over a long period of time, I'm sure that you're consistent in being clean and tidy. Having a little slip up here, having a lazy day here, not putting the dishes away one day, who cares?
Yeah.
But if it constantly happens, like in this scenario where he's just absolutely doing nothing and leaving everything when it comes to domestic chores for his woman, like that is lazy. That is like disrespectful. It's also just like disgusting. Like,
bit gross. Bit grubby.
Take the rubbish out, do your own washing.
That's my love language. If someone literally...
Oh, it's mine too.
Yeah, when Dad was staying here the week and I'd wake up and, Dad's already been up for maybe 2 hours doing his beautiful prayers, little angel that he is.
Bless.
He's gone for a walk, taken Cobra, brings back a coffee for me. I'm like, I'm a lucky girl.
Yeah.
And he takes the bin out. Nothing. Yep. Doesn't even say anything, doesn't do anything. And I go to put something in the bin and it's clean and it's full, it's empty. And I'm like, oh my God, it's my love language.
Exactly. I go to the gym on a Saturday morning. I come home every Saturday morning. While I'm at the gym, Danny, my partner, is cleaning. And it's like, because I normally do a clean on a Wednesday while he's at work. So I do the midweek clean, like a thorough clean, and he will do a weekend clean. So I get up, I go to the gym, I come back on a Saturday morning, the house is sparkly. I walk in and it's just a different energy. It's like, oh, this is so nice. It's like, it's a way to show respect for your partner. And he cleans, that's his job. So he cleans all week. And then on a Saturday morning still does it.
Yeah, wow.
And we have like a little, way of respecting each other where when he's busy during the week, I'll do it on a Wednesday. Wednesday's my day, Saturday's his day. It gets done. It's a really sharing of the load, which is respect in a relationship. So I think she needs to look at him, and see that, unless he's going through something. No, I'm not giving him an excuse.
I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, you can notice when someone's mental health is definitely decreasing by the level. But it's also like, you've got your partner there, you've got support there. If that something is going on, communicate or try to at least. Yeah. I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but you know what, girl? You deserve better.
Yeah. I feel like...
Don't be the asshole, but he's the asshole.
I think she needs to, have a hard yarn with him. If he improves and he shows that, okay, I can see that. Okay, give him the benefit of the doubt to show you that he's going to change over time. But if he's like, oh no, I work all week, you should be cleaning, get rid of him.
See ya.
Bye. Okay, so we have another scenario. Am I the asshole for not wanting to babysit my nephew? Ooh, I like this. Okay, so this person works in childcare, specifically before the kids go into their primary schools. And because of my career choice, my sister tends to look down on me and think that I'm just a glorified babysitter.
Oh, that
Rude.
makes me...
She also happens to expect me to babysit my 5-year-old nephew whenever she needs. I only work 3 days a week and study to finish my apprenticeship the other 2. So technically, yes, I am at home those days and I do have space for my house to look after him, but I really don't want to be around kids on my days off. Understandable. My sister has since stopped talking to me.
Oh.
What?
Harsh. My sister-in-law is a manager at a childcare centre.
Okay.
And I have never seen someone work so hard as much as her.
Yeah.
So she is not a glorified babysitter. I hate that people undermine childcare.
So do I.
And the thing is, it's the most required thing in order for parents to work.
Absolutely.
Like, what the fuck? Anyways.
And also those kids spend a lot of time with, the childcare workers. And it's the way that they're shaped, you know.
Those
from
are the
that
most
early age.
valuable years.
Yeah.
Childcare workers put in a lot of work and do a lot of training to provide that care. I don't agree with this girl. Like,
I don't agree with her either. But I think
the sister.
yeah. I don't agree with her because I also feel like if somebody doesn't want to babysit your child or doesn't have the time
It's a choice.
Exactly. You need to
Boundaries.
not judge them.
Yeah, but have
That's your kid. You figure it out.
Yes. Yes, if you're desperate, sure.
Yeah.
But if you're like just playing that desperate card all the time, absolutely not. And if you're playing the sister card, like, oh well, it's your nephew too. Like, no, I would, babysit my nephew anytime.
Yeah.
But if I did have things on, which I would say work or things like whatever, then I would just say that.
Yeah.
You know, prioritize work. Maybe I don't know. I suggest with this girl like, to put in those healthy boundaries with your sister because, she obviously is not respecting your work. I mean, what does she do? What does she do? Does it say?
What do you do?
Exactly.
I think the sister needs to, look at she's making really extreme decisions based on her sister not wanting to, babysit. Like to stop talking to her.
Yeah, it's emotional manipulation.
Emotional manipulation.
You do know that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
I'm not a fucking therapist, but fuck, I had a stepmom that fucking emotionally abused me by doing the silent treatment for many years, and it's not okay.
Yeah,
because now it interrupts your relationships and how you deal with conflict.
Yeah,
it pretty much you gain shitty self-esteem from it because you're stuck with your own fucking thoughts because you think, oh, that person hates me because she doesn't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
So that's really unfair, and I don't think it's really fair for your sister to do that. That's my own opinion. It's my own opinion.
And I don't think you're an asshole for not wanting to babysit your nephew on your days off.
Nah, fucking
okay.
oath. Yeah.
Take your time away. You know, that's your space.
Where's the dad too? Where's the mum or dad, whatever parent? Where's the other parent? I get single mums, like 100%. Like I grew up with a single mum. I know how hard it is, and you're helping to your best. But it's like if there's a father in here or someone, another parent, where are they?
I think also the fact that she expects her to babysit her 5-year-old nephew whenever she needs, that's not cool. Like, these things need to be spoken about. They need to be scheduled in. Obviously, there are moments where there's an emergency. Yeah, help your sister out. But you don't have to put your life on hold for your sister. You don't have to, rearrange your life just so that you can please your sister. Your sister has to deal with this and figure it out herself.
Yeah, I agree. There's
she has other friends.
Agreed schedule, I reckon.
Yeah.
If say your sister, she's a single mum and she needs help and she just wants her own time, I'm sure the person who's written in, would say, yeah, okay, that's pretty reasonable. I'm happy to, because it's been communicated, it's been discussed, and it's been scheduled in, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was at my cousin's 30th birthday. Oh, I'm nearly 30. Recently, where I met someone who I felt immediately attracted to.
Oh, yeah.
I love that feeling. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, turns out the feeling was mutual. Fuck, that's a slay. Because we spent the entire party laughing, chatting, and just enjoying each other's company. Mm-hmm. Yeah, slay. I have not felt this way about someone or have felt such an immediate spark with someone so quickly before, right? The only hitch is that this person is my cousin's cousin on the other side of the family. So we're not technically related by blood, only marriage.
Okay.
They've asked me out to dinner to a really fancy, nice restaurant and said they want to spoil me and get to know me.
I'll take the dinner, for sure.
But I don't know if this is wrong or not. Is it okay to date my cousin's cousin? I know. Because what if they get married? Because then all the cousins are going to be at your wedding, but as cousins. Not as a cousin's cousins, like... So this is the biggest dilemma in the mobs because you always double check your family tree and make sure that you're not dating your cousin.
Yeah. Look, I don't see an issue with it. I really don't. I think it's a little bit hard to at first grapple with because there's such a close connection in terms of, through marriage. But I don't see anything wrong with it if it's your cousin's cousin. I think it's okay. Like you're not if you have kids, they're not going to come out with 3 arms. Like it's not that vibe.
But I think it's not even that as well, like the genetic defects. It's the principle for me. Like, oh, how did you guys meet? Oh, at our cousin's wedding. The fuck? Both of your cousins? What?
What a good story.
No.
What a great story.
I'm going to say there's plenty of fish in the sea, girl.
But they haven't felt this spark ever in their life. Like, sorry. Is that really loud? They haven't felt this spark in their life.
I've never heard a butt so loud in my life.
Okay. No, they haven't felt this spark ever. And this doesn't happen much. Like, if there's a firecracker moment in your life, enjoy it. Go to the nice restaurant. Maybe fuck. But you don't need to get married. Like, enjoy the moment for what it is.
Okay. All right, yeah. I agree with you, but I just wouldn't myself.
She doesn't need to put a ring on it.
No.
But
could just be a quick fuck. And then you can say that, never have I ever fucked my cousin.
How nice would that be to go to a... It's not her cousin. It's her cousin's cousin. Now...
How many layers in a tiramisu? We're unhinged today.
I seriously think that it's not an issue. You know, go and enjoy the fancy restaurant. Go and have your caviar and then fuck your cousin. No.
Your cousin's cousin. I agree.
No,
you know what?
That's disgusting.
Go do it, sis. You do you, sis.
Yeah.
You do you.
No, you do your cousin's cousin. Look, it's a conundrum.
And wait, I don't even think it's cis. I think it's non-gendered, so it could be a guy as well. So.
Hot. No,
so hot. Would you do hot? I mean, the lesbian environment is very incestuous as well. So I've probably slept with my cousin's cousins as well.
Have you?
Probably.
Do you think you have?
Probably. I think one of my first boyfriends in year 8 was my cousin. But we only held hands.
This is so funny because my first girlfriend in year 7, her name was Nikita, and she was my cousin.
Yeah, so we have dated our cousin.
And I had to step up on the gutter to kiss her because she was really tall.
Yeah. No, Reese used to live the street behind my house. And
so I'm a kissing cousin. Oh Lord.
Oh God.
Lord, I've kissed my cousin.
You know, there's cults out there for that.
In Tasmania. Anyway.
Moving on. We're so problematic.
Okay, why don't we do like a little game? Why don't we do like a quick fire dilemma game?
Okay, go on then. Let's go.
What about the first one I think about or comes to mind is kids at weddings.
Nah.
That was quick.
I love kids. You know I love kids. But no.
Not enough, obviously.
Nah, not at weddings. No,
Okay.
no. Unless they're the child of the people that are getting married.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nah.
So
no babies. I don't want babies. I don't want little. I don't know. Open ceremony. Like if it was an open ceremony to you got biggest mum family, like a Greek family. Sure.
I think you're going to say open casket.
It's a wedding, not a funeral.
Totally. I thought you were going to say open casket. And I was like, What about kids at funerals?
Yeah. Well, that's hard because I was a kid having to go to a funeral when I was, and it was my mum. So that's, yeah.
But you would want to be a part of it as a kid, right? Like you wouldn't want to miss that moment in terms of your life memories.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, what do you have?
Non-disabled people using disabled toilets. I've gone in the toilet before.
Ooh. I feel really bad about this one. It is my preferred choice.
Oh, same. Because it's so much cleaner.
It's so much cleaner, and I feel like I'm in my private little sanctuary doing a poo in the shopping centre.
Yes, and I just want to go, and I'll be out there as soon as you won't even notice me.
What scares me, though, is it says, this door will unlock in 15 minutes. What if it takes longer to do a shit than 15 minutes?
Well, then you're just going to have to...
That door just opens.
Do a snap off. wipe your bum, and then close the door again, and then
Cut that turtle head off and go.
you're fucked. I'm done.
What's the next one?
Is flirting with someone? No, talking to your ex when you're. Oh, okay. This is relevant.
This is a good. It is relevant to me too.
Oh, this is so relevant.
I love it.
Okay, talking to your ex when you're in a new relationship.
Okay, what do you think about this? I want to know. Or your partner talking to their ex while you're in a relationship. Ooh.
I don't know. This is like so hard because like
It's complicated.
I had therapy this morning and I'm like kind of exploring something else with someone new.
Yes.
The same person, just to elaborate.
I'm not saying anything.
If you didn't listen to the last episode, Maddie roasted me. But
didn't.
what's next? She did. You fucking did. Anyways, and I realized that I'm actually still so emotionally attached to my ex and that relationship. So I haven't really been able to move on in the new relationship because I haven't closed that door or that chapter. And
you're still talking to them.
Yeah, well, I had that conversation with, not with my ex because I haven't really spoken to him.
Yeah.
But with, my new relationship where I've been like pretty honest and just said like I went to therapy and this has kind of come up and this is actually how I've been feeling. Because I haven't actually been able to be intimate with my new relationship for the last 3 weeks because I've been really struggling to explore intimacy. And I was like, this is so unheard of for me, like so unusual, like, but it's because I'm still so emotionally attached to my ex, which is shitty and, it's like it hurts, but it's like I have to grieve that relationship first and then be able to move on. So
totally.
Yeah. So I don't think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because,
I think well, look, I'm in a tricky position. I am with a boyfriend who does talk to their ex, but it's become less and less and less as we've become tighter in our relationship.
Can I ask why does he talk to him?
I think that his relationship with his ex, I don't want to talk bad about it, but like, I think it was quite tumultuous. I think that it was a tough relationship, but I think that his ex really helped him change his life,
Yeah.
He was able to create this new world in Australia for his life and be able to live a brand new life because he, was a partner who was able to give him a visa.
Yeah.
And I think they had something special, but obviously it didn't work out. And I can understand why it didn't work out, and I totally get it, that it's never going to happen again. Like, I know that.
Yeah.
But I struggled a little bit in the beginning with the fact that,
they were having
communicating. But when I met Denny was still sleeping in the same bed as his ex. Denny was still in the house. They were living together. There was a tricky sort of connection there that I was
unaware of or aware of.
No, I was very aware. I was very aware it was all happening. But
and you were just fine with that, or did you just understand the situation? And
I understood the situation. I also wasn't totally invested in thinking that I would be with Danny.
Why did they have to sleep in the same bed though?
Well, I think it was the living circumstances. But I think, whatever that was is done. But I know that they still are in contact. And look, I've become more mature about it. I've been like, if anything was to happen, you know what? I truly believe that, like, if you can have him, have him.
But I got him.
That's my mindset. Like, I truly believe that I've got to a point in my life and my existence that I'm really content with who I am. Yeah. And I know that I am an amazing partner.
Yeah.
So
good.
If my partner talks to their ex-boyfriend, and I'm not saying I'm ever going to be happy with them being best friends, no. But if they're going to communicate, I don't even want to stress about it because, like, if anything goes on or if anything bad happens or if they cross any boundaries, I'd be more happy just to step aside than to try and fight for something that is going to hurt me. So I feel really content about my position in that scenario.
That's good. That's a really good way of looking at things, and I guess just like to show maturity. And I guess every relationship is so different. Like,
Totally.
there's not one way of having a relationship with someone. And, when you're together, you've loved one another previously in another life. You can still love that person, but you're just not in love with them. So you still can have those relationships. Yeah.
I don't talk to Paul on a regular basis, my ex. I don't communicate with him. I think that that's been good for both of us. We had such a strong connection, strong love, that I feel like, you know what, leave that in the past. And I've done that because I've been able to focus on moving on. And not that I don't want to talk to him. I just feel like it's not meant
but
for me right now.
But then also, this is the thing. Look at both of your previous relationships and then look at the relationship that you have with Danny. Like, obviously, those experiences have made you guys learn, love better, love stronger, and love,
and
more
we're not the same versions of ourselves in this new relationship.
Exactly.
We're actually showing up as completely different versions of ourselves, and we realize that, and we recognize it, and we love the fact that we are not the same people who we were in our past. And I think that's super important for our success.
Yeah, I love that. That's good. All right, one more.
Refusing to attend a family event because of a homophobic or racist family member. Ooh, I think that's valid.
So valid, but so can be so resolved.
Well,
can it? No, you just call it out, and you say, you gonna continue to be racist and homophobic, or are you gonna, cause an uncomfortableness for every single person in our family because of you can't figure your shit out?
I have sort of a 2-step or 3-step process when it comes to situations like this.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
First step is private. Do it privately. Hey, I know this is the way that you're treating me, or this is the remarks that you've said. I don't appreciate it. I want you to stop. Mm-hmm. If they don't, or if they say, no, that's just how I feel, that's how I think, and then they do it again, you can do it publicly in front of other people. You've given them an opportunity, and then embarrass them. And then if they don't do that, if they continue to do it, then just cut them off. So in private, I did this in a play that I was in. Somebody said something racist to me. They walked into the bathroom. I walked in after them, and I said, I need to speak to you in private. This was before we were about to go on stage.
Oh, my God.
I want to let you know that what you said in there is not okay. I don't know you well enough for you to be making jokes like that, and it's actually really racist. You need to stop. They apologised.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was in Wentworth, when they walk in the bathroom with the shiv and they're about to take them down. I put my back up against the door and I was like, I've got something to say.
I would shit my pants.
Yeah,
serious,
and I was like...
Serious, Maddie.
But
serious.
Serious. I've got something to say.
Serious, Maddie.
I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it, and that was really right.
I got something to say.
But they
you know... my cocks are
that was my first step, and I thought, okay, if they do it again, I'm going to do it publicly in the dressing room with everyone else and say, I'm going to call them out, and then if they continue to do it, I'll just cut them off, silent treatment, get the fuck out of my life. I don't want anything to do with you. So you get 3 chances.
That's really big of you. See, my brother dropped a word that was quite offensive, not racist or not homophobic. My brothers do it all
the time.
Yeah, and I
called him... The R word?
Yes, that one and the S one.
Oh, and the S.
And this one. Oh. And
how those people want to talk?
I know, and I call him out, and I do it publicly. I said, I would just literally say, do not fucking say that word. It is very and highly offensive. I don't care. Like, imagine, and this is when his baby was pregnant as well. Yep. And I said, what if your kid comes out neurodivergent? You're literally being offensive and saying all these things about these people who have no choice in the matter. Yeah. And then your kid comes out neurodivergent and you're pretty much, is that going to be okay? Oh, my God. Has he said it again? Yeah.
Good. That gives me strength to say to my brothers when they say it. I feel quite intimidated around that scenario. And I shouldn't be. Because I was with my brothers a couple of weeks ago.
Are you ADHD?
Am I?
Are you ADHD?
You are.
Are you A, B, C, D, F, G? Are you X, Y, Z? L, M, N, P? Q, R, S, T, U, V, Are you LGBTQ?
Yeah. I'm from the LGBTQIA.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry.
Am I ADHD?
Clearly I am today because fucking hell.
No, I agree.
No, I am getting assessed. I'm getting assessed. And I also got told that I might be autistic because I have a very creative brain. So.
Yeah, all right. You know what? Spot on. Nah.
See, that was my family's reaction when I told him. They were like, yeah, we see that.
Yeah.
True, yes. No, we see that.
I
Excuse me, why didn't you tell me?
Nah, I don't know about. I'm not someone who can diagnose you, obviously, but I think that I have a version of ADHD that is like my brain doesn't stop. So as soon as I finish one task, it's like, what do I have to do next?
Same.
And I don't know if that is just my personality, but I constantly.
Well, it could be the
thinking
opposite as well. Like ADHD could be the opposite, where you can't finish tasks. You start a million things. Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's ADHD is obviously, they don't even say on the spectrum anymore, but you are what. But the thing is that you could be high functioning to, you know, it can have like impacts in your life to do things and tasks, like daily tasks.
But I hate people who all of a sudden come out and be like, I've got ADHD, like, that's why I did everything I did.
Yes, no, I agree. But the thing is...
Take some responsibility as well.
I know. But I heard this girl talk, right, and she said, instead of, like, I don't know what it's called, you know, where we're, you know, people, you know, are jumping on this bandwagon or whatever. It's like, well, maybe we're just realising that, like, a lot of people are realising that... we've all had this, or like most people have had this. We've just become aware of it now. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not like a matter of jumping on a bandwagon.
Totally.
It's just so much more awareness. It's the same with mental health.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So, but I'm actually literally getting assessed for both of those because my psych says that normally when he talks to his clients, he wouldn't get along with them as much as we do in our conversations and are able to like converse and sort of jump around but still finish our sentences. And he says that is a very close trait to being neurodivergent. And so it's kind of interesting. But I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, no. I think it's good that you're getting it assessed, you know?
Yeah. That was fun. We should do more quick fire dilemmas. If you have your dilemma, you should email or send us a voice note or send me a little DM, Maddie a DM.
Yeah, send us a voice note. We want to hear how you really feel about it.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. That's a good idea. We'll put it in a question box on both of our stories maybe, hey?
Yes, love it.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's actually all we have time for today. Thank you so much for listening to First Things First.
And if you love what you hear, leave us a rating or a little review. And if you want us to cover anything on the pod, reach out via our socials.
Yeah, send us those voice notes because they'll be so handy for these little quick-fire dilemmas that we have, and let us help you and solve them. You know, we don't know how much help,
but we'll do our best.
We'll put our therapy voices on. Like, what brings you here today? Anyways, my handle is at Brooke.Blood, so go follow me. And Maddie's handle is at It's Maddie Mills, and we'll see you and speak to you next time.
Bye.
On the next episode.